that's nice. No, you did not.
It's not, but it's front to back, so it's easy to put in.
Hello.
It's punch and.
At the beginning. It's right at the beginning.
Right, we're doing it instead of the group. Because really it's a Saturday morning, Shabbat Shabbat, we're just doing it because it's the.
And are you doing like it's got keychains?
It does, yeah, there's only one way to do it, because the whole course is what it is.
Matovu. Owalecha Adonai.
I would like not to. I had it once. Once was enough. I wasn't that sick from it, but it's still once. I had a terrible headache from it. I don't need it again, thank you. Orit just had it, yeah. You know, some people, you know, there's no rhyme or reason to who gets bads. You know, even age doesn't seem to be the be-all and end-all to it. All right, I have to apologize to everybody for having laryngitis. I'm ready when you are, Stephen. We're not doing that tonight.
What? We're not lying anymore.
Yeah. Because I will explain why. Or if Stephen would like to explain why, he can explain why.
Because I want to piss you off. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got to show a million. It is, but as long as I don't move, it doesn't matter.
So we are not doing our usual Nagun tonight.
All right, you ready?
I am.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Agudas Achim's Friday evening, family and friends. We're going to be up here and hopefully sharing the service with you. We're not here to entertain you. We're here to sing and chant and all that with you and make you a part of the Friday night family. So we want you to schmooze, to pray, to sing, to schmooze some more. Then when we're through, to go into the rotunda and eat, nosh, and schmooze some more. With that, welcome. Good seeing you again. Arlene's going to lead us off with a song that's familiar, but we don't usually do it on Friday night.
All right, and I have to apologize to everybody. I have laryngitis, but I'm going to do the best I can. I don't have COVID. No. Okay. Ma tovu, ma tovu, ohalaka Yaakov, mishkanatecha Yisrael, ma tovu, ma tovu. Ohalaka Yaakov, mishkanatecha Yisrael, vani berav kastecha, avo betecha, eshtacha v'echa kachecha, be'iratecha. Ma tovu, ma tovu, ohaleka Yaakov, mishkanatecha Yisrael, ma tovu, ma tovu. Ohaleka Yaakov, mishkanatecha Yisrael, Adonai ahavti, me'on beitecha, umakom mishkan kivotecha, mishkan kivotecha, vani eshtakave, ve'ekra, evracha lifni Adonai, osi, ma tovu, ma tovu, ohaleka Yaakov, mishkanatecha Yisrael, ma tovu, ma tovu, ohaleka Yaakov, mishkanatecha Yisrael, va'ani tefilati lecha Adonai et ratzon, Elohim berov chasdecha, Elohim berov chasdecha, haneni be'emet ishecha, ma tovu, ma tovu, ohaleka Yaakov, mishkanatecha Yisrael, ma tovu, ma tovu, ohaleka Yaakov, mishkanatecha Yisrael, mishkanatecha Yisrael.
If you're wondering about the waving, these are y'all are my Friday night friends, and I look at y'all every Friday night and I wave, and I'm so happy to see you all. So I'm more of a friend with you guys than I am a leader of services, and I'm surely not a rabbi.
And I'd really appreciate the help singing, so please sing.
If you turn to page 5 for Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Now, if y'all would all rise for the candle blessing, and if the women would join us up here, please, for the candle blessing. The candle blessing, if you need to know, is on page 4. Candle blessing tonight is in honor of Marilyn Collins.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kirishanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu la'adlikne, Vitzivanu, Vitzivanu, Lahadlikne. Vitzivanu, Vitzivanu, Lahadlikne.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank y'all for coming out. Before we go on page 20 for Romamu, one more thank you before she boogaloos out the door. Our chef of the evening, Leah, thank you. I understand it's going to be good tonight. I have dubs on the first chocolate rugula. Anyway.
Are we doing Romamu, going right to Romamu?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I mess up?
Well, there's Lachuna Ranana and
Yeah, I messed up.
Zamru
Okay.
Ladonai.
If you turn to page 11.
But if you want
please-
to skip, it's good with me.
It doesn't matter to me. You're the boss.
Yeah, well.
If y'all please be seated. Please turn to page 11 for Lahuna Ranana.
Lechuniranina, 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 Ladonai. Lechuniranina, 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 Ladonai. Naria, Naria, Letsui, Shenu, Nekadma, Fana, Bitoda. Naria, Naria, Letsui, Shenu, Bismirot, Nadia, Lo. Lekuniranina, 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 niranena ladonai. Lechuniranena, lechuniranena, lechuniranena ladonai. Lechuniranena, lechuniranena, lechuniranena ladonai.
Let's just skip to Roman
Okay.
20.
If you turn to page 20 for Romamu.
Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'yishtachavu lahakodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'yishtachavu lahakodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'yishtachavu lahakodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'yishtachavu lahakodsho.
If you would please rise and turn to page 21 for Ms. Morley David.
Mizmor David, Havul Adonai B'Elim, Havul Adonai, Kavod v'Ozaya, Havul Adonai, V'Chimo Yishtachavu Adonai, Adrat Kodesh, Kol Adonai, Amai, El HaKavod Hiri, Adonai, Al Mayim Rabim, Kol Adonai, B'Koachai, Kol Adonai, Be'adam, Kol Adonai, Shover Arazim, V'Shaber Adonai, Et Azeh Havano, V'Yakidem K'mo Egel, Livanon, V'Sirion, Kimo ven Re'emi, Maya, Kol Adonai, Kotila Havudesh, Kol Adonai, Yachil Adonai, Midbar Kadim, Kol Adonai, Yacholel Ayalot, Vayechesof, Yirah, Uvhechalo, Kulo Omer Kavod, Adonai, Lama Buyashav, Yeshev Adonai, Melech Le'olam, Adonai Oz, Le'amoyiten, Adonai Yivarech, and Amo Vashalom. Ay, lai, 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 lai. Ay, lai, 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 lai. Ay, lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai.
If you please be seated, turn to page 23, and now Arlene is going to tell you which pages and which verses, and as she switches the page, she's going to say, turn to so-and-so, and then she's going to tell you when to turn around, and face the door.
Okay, so
Your
here's the
boss.
playbook. The first verse and the second verse on page 23. The middle verse on page 24, it's Heat Orari. And the last verse on page 25. And right before the last verse, I'll go like this. Everybody stand up and turn around. That's the whole thing.
Lecha dodi likrat kala hinei Shabbat nikabela Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad hishmi'anu el hameyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem u'tiferet v'helitila le'echad dodi likrat kala tinei Shabbat nikabela Likrat Shabbat lechuvinelcha ki mikor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh v'machshavat chila lecha dodi likrat kala Shabbat nikabela, page 24.
24.
Hitorari, kiva orech, kumiori, uri, shir deberi, kivod Adonai, alayik nikla, lecha dodi, likrat kala, hinei Shabbat nikabela.
25.
Bo'in v'shalom, ateret va'ala, gam b'simcha, uv'tzola toch emuneh, am segula bo'ichala, lecha dodi, likrat kala, hinei Shabbat nikabela.
If you would please turn to 27 for Ms. Moore's share.
They can all sit down.
Huh?
They can sit down. They can sit.
I'm sorry.
Mizmor shir leyom haShabbat, tov lehodot laHadonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Mizmor shir leyom haShabbat, tov lehodot laHadonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Lahagid baboker chastecha, va'emunatcha balelot, alei asar ve'alei naver, ikayon bechinor,
Moore's share.
mizmor shir liyom haShabbat, tov lehodot ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. כי שימחתני אדוני בפועלך, במעשה ידך רנן. מה גדלו מעשיך אדוני, מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון.
I urge y'all to schmooze and sing and pray with us, but that was before Rabbi Ricky came. So I need to add schmooze and sing and pray, and in her case, dance. Would you turn to page 28, please? I saw you, Ricky. I'm happy. I'm encouraging you. Turn to page 28 for Tzadik Katamar.
Tzadik Katamar Yifrach Ke'eres Malvanon Yizkeh Shetulim B'veit Adonai V'chatzrot Eloheinu Yafrichu Ojanavun B'seva Deshenim V'ra'ananim Yiyu Lahagid Yashar Adonai Atzuri Below Kavlata Bo Erotecha nemunu me'od levecha nahava kodesh Adonai la'orech yamim.
Now we're going to welcome Dr. Phil up for the first Mourner's Kaddish.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
So we'll turn to page 30 for Kaddish Yatom. All those who are mourning or observing Yortzeit, please rise and recite with me. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divra kiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach, leolam u'lalmei almaya. Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudesha b'rechu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran bialma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. You may be seated. Thank you.
For our Devar tonight, I'm going to do something a little bit different. Probably because I only have about 3 more weeks before the rabbi shows up. So this is my chance to play. The Parsha this week is Balak. And you can't hear me? I'll get close. Is that better? Okay. The Parsha this week is Balak. And Balak is a cad. He's a bad guy. He's a Moabite king who wants all the Israelites to be cursed. And on the theory that if you're cursed, it gets to the Israelites and bad things happen. This was the cyber warfare of 3,000 years ago. So he goes to Balaam and offers to bribe Balaam to put a curse on the Israelites. And Balaam is reluctant at first, but he gets enough money, he's ready to do. He goes with the old expression of, he whose bread I break, his song I sing. So Balaam tries to do this, and he fails miserably. And at the end of the portion, having failed terribly, he, in fact, blesses the Israelites with Ma Tovu, which is why we tonight heard this beautiful rendition of it from Arlene, and it's one of my favorite songs, and I thought it was fitting given the portion that we have tonight. There are 3 major points I want to make, and then I want to go on to something else, so I'm going to do quick. One is we have another portion, as we've had before, where the portion, the named person, isn't the major character and isn't an Israelite and is a really bad guy. The second portion is that this is the famous portion with the talking donkey. Now, if you grew up going to religious school or day school, you knew about the creation, you knew about Adam and Eve, you knew about the flood, you knew about the crossing of the Red Sea, and you knew about the golden calf. But this is one that tickled all of us as we were going through 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade, where we actually have a donkey who's talking in here. And there's only 2 places in the Torah where an animal is talking, and this is one of them. We'll discuss the other one in a minute. Finally, it's wonderful that we have Ma Tovu in here, and that's the 3rd major part about it. But what I want to talk to you about briefly, and if it gets too long, y'all just wave at me and I'll stop. I want to discuss with y'all tonight, my wife is saying, yes, stop now. I want to share with you tonight a thought. I'm going to go over very briefly the parts of the Torah where animals are involved. And I'm going to bring them out, and I'm going to make a slight comment about it. Hopefully, the comment will incentivize you to read the portion, to come to Torah study, and learn more about it when it comes up. And oh, by the way, if you want to hear more about Balak, there's a Torah study right after lunch tomorrow by somebody in the congregation who'll be leading it. So I'd like to go through these sections that I thought about where there's an animal, and tell you a little about it. And if I miss one, y'all tell me. Okay, the first one is God creating the animals. And the fascinating thing about that is there's, in fact, 2 creation stories, one back to back. One is on the first day and the second day and the 3rd day. The other creation story is God creates man, and then out of the rib creates Eve, and then he creates the animals to have, so that Adam and Eve have something to have dominion on. The next portion about an animal is Eve and the serpent. And I thought it was very interesting. We always talk about a snake, but actually the translation word is the serpent. And this is the only other place in the Torah where we have a talking animal besides the donkey in Balak. And if you're ever interested, you might read the Christian interpretation of this, because they see the devil in the serpent. But what can I tell you? So the third one is when with the Akedah and the animal being sacrificed. And I thought was very interesting to that is having Hashem, giving up the sacrifice of Isaac. Why did he need anybody being sacrificed? Couldn't he just said, a wonderful thing has occurred today, let's rock on down the road? But for whatever reason, given the mentality of the people those days, they had to have something sacrificed. The next story is, and I actually have them out of order, but Echabdir, is Noah. And Noah and the animals in the ark. I thought that the interesting thing about that was that everybody remembers the story about 2 by 2, but Noah is one of the portions where it looks like there's 2 different stories put together. And in one part of Noah, it's 2 by 2, and in another part, there are 7 of the clean animals and 2 of the other ones. So there's 2 different stories, and so we're unclear if it's one story, how many animals. Now I remember the one I skipped. So it's a story of Cain and Abel. And Abel sacrifices an animal, and Cain sacrifices the produce of the field. And of course, one ends up killing the other. Now, the question I have there that y'all might answer someday is why God preferred an animal sacrifice other than except over the produce of the field, and why killing an animal is more important to him. The next one has to do with the slaying of the firstborn and the killing of the ram and putting the mark over the house of the Israelites. My question for that is, if God is omniscient and knows what everything's going on, and he and his cohorts, the angels, must know where every Israelite lives, why did they have to have them mark their houses? They knew where the Israelites lived. Why was that necessary? So the next one is, I got to turn the page, is what we had a couple weeks ago with the birds dropping from the sky during the Israelites' trip, journey through the wilderness. And the question I had then is why in the same portion they talked about eating manna and then also talk about the birds dropping for food, and why there had to be both. Because the story is that the manna, they'd eat all the manna they needed, and a manna would taste whatever you imagined it would be. And yet we also have this thing about the birds. And then we get to the talking donkey. But before I sit down, I'm going to talk to you about one where there wasn't a real animal, because the other one is the golden calf. And it's one of the portions, again, if you grew up, each of y'all remembered in religious school the golden calf, just as much as we listened to the parting of the sea. In any event, I hope I've given you a few examples. If I missed any, could y'all let me know? And if you have any questions, let me know. If not, I hope to see y'all in Torah City the next year. Shabbat Shalom.
We'll continue with the Baruch Hu on 39A.
Please rise. please be seated.
Ma'avir yomu mevi laila, umavdil ben yomu ve laila, Adonai tzvaot shemo, El chai v'kayam, Yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch ata Adonai, Hama'ariv aravim.
Page 40. Ahavat Olam.
Yep,
Did I
that
get it
sounds
right? Good.
Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amcha ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu lemadita Al kein Adonai Eloheinu B'shachmeinu u'v'kumeinu Nasiach b'chukecha V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'v'mitzvotecha Le'olam va'ed Ki yehem chayenu ve'orech yameinu Uvayom yamam v'layla Ki yehem chayenu ve'orech yameinu Uvahem negei yamam v'layla Ki yehem chayenu ve'orech yameinu Uvayom negei v'layla Ki yehem chayenu ve'orech yameinu Uvahem negei yamam v'layla Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 Ya la 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 V'ahavadcha Al tasir mimenu le'olamim Baruch ata Adonai Ohev amo Yisrael
Page 41.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha B'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'otecha V'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartam b'ham b'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'letlecha v'derech uv'shopecha uv'kumecha uv'shartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'isharecha.
Page 44, please.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh, no ra tehilot, oh seifele. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh, no ra tehilot. Oh, seifele, malchutecha, rahuvanecha, bokeh hayam lifnei Moshe, ze'eli, anu ve'ameru, malchutecha, rahuvanecha, bokeh ayam livnei Moshe Ze'eli anu ve'ameru mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh no ra tehilot Osefele mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh no ra tehilot Osefele Adonai Yimloch Le'olam Va'ed Adonai Yimloch Le'olam Va'ed Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai Mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh no ra tehilot Osefele V'ne'emar ki v'ad Adonai et Yaakov galo mi'akazak mimenu Baruch ata Adonai Ga'al Yisrael.
If you turn to page 45 for Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim Ushmot Seitenu Uvoenu L'chaim u'shalom me'ato ve'ad olam Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim Hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim.
If y'all would please rise, turn to page 46 for Vishamra.
Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'doratam berit olam Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'doratam berit olam Beni uven b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam oti le'olam oti le'olam Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית העולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית העולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית העולם.
Same page, Chatzi Kaddish.
יתקדש ויתקדש שמי רבה ויאמר דברך חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלם העולם יומיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעלה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה לעמי רב.
If you remain standing, the silent Amidah is on page 47 through 51. When you're through, just sit down. You give my sign when you're ready. He's jumping too quick.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha tasim le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, tasim le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, tasim le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, tasim le'olam. Ki ata melech adon, lachol hashalom. Ki ata melech adon, lachol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, tasim le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, tasim le'olam. V'tov be'enecha livarech et Amcha Yisrael. Bechol et uvechol sha'a b'shalamecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, tasim le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, tasim le'olam. Tasim le'olam, tasim le'olam.
In a minute, Arlene is going to read out those people we have on the healing list and sing the Mishabera. But please, after she reads them, if you have other people you'd like to add, just raise your hand and we'll acknowledge you.
Abby Heller, Alan Wagholter, Art Donaldson, Beryl Smith, Carson Moser, Charlie Pruitt, Daniela Valdez Vasquez, Sophie Handler, Eileen Marin, Elna King, Gary Rosenthal, Joseph Godovin, Jill Testuck, Carol Bloom Rumsey, Kimberly Lang, Lucy Jean Horowitz, Luke Morse, Maria Beck, Marion Brown, Mark Hermelin, Mary Young, Phil Zipkin Day, Robin Keller, Rosario Vasquez, Sarah Ibarra, Sharon Abelo, Arya Ben Shmuel, Bela Batsura, Bachalea Bat Esther, Bela Bat Malka, Chaim Shmuel Ben Leah Yocheved, Danielle Ben Sarah, David Moshe Ben Mordechai, Esther Bat Miriam, Fegi Riva Bat Basha, Feivel Ben Avraham, Fredel Bat Moshe, Feivel Zelik Ben Bela V'Chaim Beryl Halevi, Hadassah Beit Reha Leah, Hinda Bat Chava, Ilan Nesher Ben Rivka, Leah Bat Yehudit, Malka Bat Zev, Masha Bat Zisamero, Masha Leba Bat Roslin, Miriam Bina Bat Avraham V'Sarah, Mordechai Ben Yehudit Chaya, Moshe Ben Miriam, Nechama Sarah Bat David, Nechama Bat Yaakov, Peril Bat Tama, Pinchas Velvel Ben Leah, Rachel Bat Dvora, Rachel Bat Yehudit Chaya, Raphael Ben Wolf, Rochel Henya Bat Noah Vefega, Shaloma Bat Yaakov, Shena Gidel Bat Masha, Shendel Bat Golda, Shimon Ben Chana, Shlomit Chana Bat Bela, Shoshana Bat Peril, Simcha Ber Ben Chaya, Tova Bat Sarah, Yaakov Ben Avraham Ve'elka, Yaakov Ben Shlomit Chana, Yehezekel Ben Sarah, Yehudit Mariam Bat Aharon HaKohen, Yoel Ben Yosef, Yosef Ben Avraham V'Sarah, Zvia Miriam Bat Avigal Batya.
Anybody else? Debbie? And I have to Melissa Marks and Daniel Laser. Did you have someone? Anyone else?
Mi sheberach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mikor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Please turn to page 54 for Kaddish Shalom.
Yitkadal v'yikrash shmei Rabbah,
Amen.
v'yamad divrachimutei, v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayidach beit Yisrael, v'agalahu v'zman kari v'himaru.
Amen.
Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach, le'alam ohal me'almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yihidnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal, shmei d'kudesha. Brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nekamata damiran be'amav himaru. Tikabal solotahon v'utahon d'chol Yisrael, Kadamu v'hon v'ishmaya v'himaru. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'himaru. Oh, say shalom b'brahma, u'ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'himaru. Amen.
If the men in the audience would join us for the Kiddush, please. Everybody over 13. The Kiddush tonight is being said in honor of Garrett Baroda.
I think it's nice they do this.
It is really nice.
Is it grape juice or actual wine? Next time.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddishanu b'mitzvotav, ורצבנו, ושבת קודשו, ואהבה וברצון, הנחילנו, זיכרון למעשה בראשית, כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר לציון מצרים, כי באנו וקרת יתנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו, ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. אמן. לחיים.
L'chaim.
By the way, it's grape juice.
Surprise.
Not very good grape juice either.
L'chaim,
Thank you.
have a great Shabbos, all of y'all.
You can just put it on the table.
Okay, you get to rise. Page 56 for the Elenu.
Alein v'shapeach l'ton hakol, l'tein gedula le'ozereshi, shelo asan kokei haratzot, ve'lo samanu, ki mishpachot ha'adama, shelo samchel keinu kahem, ve'goralenu kechol ha'amona, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגבהי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אינו אמת מלכנו אפס סולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום בהשבתה אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחת, אין עוד
57.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
be seated. Dr. Phil will be up to do the second mourner's Kaddish. Anyone who is in mourning or has a yard site or just wants to stand for it, please do. Dr. Phil?
So we'd like to send out our condolences to the family on the loss of Paul Thorner, father of Dr. Richard Thorner. We remember in Shloshim, Philip Siegel, father of Jeff Siegel, Faye Swidler, mother of Bonnie Scott and grandmother of Michael Scott, Sarah Gabby Hart, mother of Mark Hart, Benita Ross, wife of Alan Ross, Loretta Wolf, mother of Ken Wolf, Phyllis Cole. We remember the yurt sites for the upcoming week, 16 through 22 July. Jules Abeloff, Ben Adler, Matthew Alper, Frederick David Bauman, William Callahan, Sarah Cohen, Wolf Fiederbush, Leonard H. Friedson, Wolf Furman, Mai Goldstein, Morris Green, Jules Horwitz, Patty Greenberg Kaminsky, Milton Lebo, Belle Lebo, Evan Morris, Jack Noah Polunsky, Alan Posner, Lionel Rubin. Are there any others to add to our yurt site list for the upcoming week? All those who are mourning or observing yurt site, or if it's your custom, please rise and please recite with me on page 58. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah, bi'almad divra kiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevorach leolam ulamei almaya. Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudisha b'rechu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'romav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. You may be seated.
Phil, do you have any announcements?
I think I'll call Craig to the podium to have the honor of reading the announcements.
What did he do to get that right?
Oh, I'll just say Shabbat Shalom to you all. Thank you so much, Steve, Arlene, Mike, Anthony, and all of you for being here and help us celebrate Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.
And
of course,
Craig
to
does the
Ricky and the office
announcements,
staff who support everything that we do.
after Craig does the announcements, Arlene will do the final song. Please
It'll be a
join
don't olam,
Donna Long,
page 211.
page 211. I'll say that again. I want to remind y'all, we look forward to schmoozing with you and a little nosh out in the rotunda. One more thing, because Craig's here tonight. If any of you have any complaints about the synagogue, he's available afterwards to hear them.
Thank you. Thank you.
I thought
Shabbat Shalom.
For every complaint.
Shabbat Shalom.
Join us for morning minyan weekdays at 7:30 a.m., Sundays at 9 a.m. IPRS registration is now open. Early bird has been extended through July 22nd. HPS Heinz Preschool registration. The first day of school at Heinz Preschool is August 15th. It's quickly approaching, and we are now enrolling for ages 6 weeks to 5 years old. For more information, please contact our new Executive Director, Stacy Kabuti-Dory. Book of Remembrance. We are now accepting submissions for our 5783 Book of Remembrance. If you would like to participate in commemorating your loved ones, please contact Jessica Halfan in the office. There'll be a pop-up sale, All Things QVC, sponsored by the Sisterhood, Sunday, July 31st, and Monday, August 1st, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Thousands of items to choose from, over 50% of the QVC price. Ladies' clothes, shoes, pajamas, purses, skincare, electronics, housewares, and so much more. For more information, please contact Karen Landis. And as a reminder, the 8th Annual Texas Kosher Barbecue Championship will be on Sunday, November 6th, 2022. So get ready to eat over a literal ton of brisket, chicken, salmon, and beans. And to register your team, please visit the Texas Kosher Barbecue Championship.com website. And last but not least, Sisterhood is also accepting items for their rummage sale on Tuesdays in the Gorinsky Family Social Hall from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Please donate gently worn clothing, household goods, sporting goods, kitchenware, small appliances, Judaica art, and decorations. And any designer items are appreciated for the boutique in honor of Marguerite Lair. And for more information, please contact Karen Landis or Shelley Behrens. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Page 211.
Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra leit nasa v'chefsako azai malach shemo nikra adon olam ve'achare kinklot hakol livado yimlok nora adon olam ve'hu haya Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra le'et nasa v'chefsako azai malach shemo nikra adon olam ve'hu echad ve'ein sheni laham shilo lahakbira adon olam beli reshit beli taklit velohos v'hamizra adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra le'et nasa v'chefsako azai malach shemo nikra adon olam ve'hu eli ve'chai goali v'tzor chevli be'et zara adon olam ve'hu nisi umanos li menat kosi b'yom mekra adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra le'et nasa v'chefsako azai malach shemo nikra adon olam be'yado avkid ruchi be'et tisha va'ira adon olam ve'im ruchi geviati adonai li v'lo ira adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra le'et nasa v'chefsako azai malach shemo nikra adon olam. Shabbat shalom. Shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat 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 shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat 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 shalom. Shabbat 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 shalom. Shabbat 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 Shabbat, 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 Shalom.
Why don't we do the prayer for Allah, the Motzi right here? Please join with me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom. Come and take it.
So do you play other, you ever play, I mean, when I was in the Air Force Band,
I told him. Yeah. You can. We're at right now 60%. June is 40%. I did.
Mike, did you get the piece? Good. Good. Yes, sir. Good.
Yes.